Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're going to start talking about solving equations with two variables now. Now, in this case, you'll notice we have two variables. Even though they're both x, they're in different spots. There's x's over here on this side. There's also x's on this side. But you'll also notice we have numbers. Some over here, some over here. What we're going to need to do is get all x's to one side, all numbers to the other. So, if I want to start with this 7, and I want to move this 7 over here, what's the first thing I need to do? That's right, add 7. If I do it to one side, I must do it to the other. That gives me 6x equals 4x plus 9. Now, I put it together with the 2, not with the 4, because this 4 has an x attached with it. This 7 doesn't have an x, so we can only put together like terms. What we're looking for is like terms. So in this case, 2 and 7 go together, and 4 and 7 do not. Now, we're not done yet, because I still have x's on both sides. So, am I going to need to move, well, I'm going to go ahead and move this 4x. Since this 4x is a plus 4x, I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. This goes away. That leaves 2x equals 9. Now, if I have 2x equals 9, I'm going to divide both top and bottom by 2. X equals 4.5. You could also say 4.5. You could also just have said 9/2. Those are all good. Now, the next one, I want you to try to work with me. 7 plus 2x minus 3 equals 4x minus 2. Now, in this particular case, I have all sorts of numbers all over the place. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, is there anything I can put together over here? Well, 4 has an x with it. 2 does not, so those are not like terms. I can't put them together. 7 doesn't go together with 2x because the 2x has an x with it. However, I have this 3. This 3 has no x. I have a 7, so I have 7. Take away 3 is 4. 4 plus 2x equals 4x minus 2. Now remember, we're only doing the opposite when we're moving it across the equal sign. In this case, I didn't move it across the equal sign. I just combined the 7 and the negative 3. So with that, I now do need to move things back and forth. Let's start by moving the 2x. How do I move the 2x? Well, let's subtract it from both sides, because since it's plus 2x, I can do minus 2x both sides. 4 equals 2x minus 2. At this point, I need to get all the numbers together. To get the numbers together, I need to move this 2. How do I move this 2? Plus 2, but if I do it to one side, I do it to the other. I have 6 equals 2x. Finally, to get x by itself, I'm going to divide both pieces by 2 because that's attached by times. So I have 3 equals x, and that works. Now, by the way, you can always check your solving. The way you can always check your solving is by plugging it back in. So if I go up here to the top, grab a slightly different color here. 7 plus 2 times, instead of x, let's put 3. Minus 3 equals 4 times 3 minus 2. Well, I have 7 plus 6 minus 3. Well, that's 13. Take away, that's 10. In this case, I have 4 times 3 is 12. 12 take away 2 is also 10. So if 10 equals 10, it works out. Okay, let's do something slightly more difficult. If I have 1.6x plus 2.3 equals 4.7 minus 1.1x. So, something in this nature. Now, in this case, we have decimals to contend with, but that's okay. It works the same exact way. If I want to move the 2.3, how do I move that 2.3, ladies and gentlemen? Well, let's subtract 2.3 from both sides, but I'm going to subtract it not from the 1.1x, but from the 4.7, because those are like terms. So I have 1.6x equals 2.4 minus 1.1x. All right. Now, I got that by subtracting. 7 minus 3 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. So it works out. Now, I still got to get all the x's to one side. So let's add 1.1x to both sides. With that, I have 1.6 plus 1.1. The answer is 2.7x. So 7, 1, and 1 is 2, and the decimal comes straight down, equals 2.4. Now, you could use your calculator if you needed, and that's fine as well. Now, with this point, I still have to get this x by itself. So I need to move that 2.7 because I got to get it away from the x. How do I move 2.7? Going to divide it. So there we go. At this point, this goes away, this goes away. X equals. Now, at this point, I don't know what 2.4 divided by 2.7 is. So with that, I'm going to get my calculator out. And we're going to take 2.4 divided by 2.7. With that, I come up with x equals 0.888 forever. So there's my answer. That's solving with variables on both sides.